Get those crazies out of the government. We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity. If we do nothing, our hope floats away.
That's the rub, baby. If we do nothing,
Get up off of that thing.
we do nothing. We got to do something, baby. We always have to be doing something. We have to be involved. That's what we have to be. Informed and involved, and that's why you're here. Anyway, I'm so glad you are. It is Sunday, baby. We did start a whole new week. It's going to be exciting as hell. There ain't no telling what's going to happen. Anyway, but we know a little bit what's coming down the pike. Nancy Halverson was the first one to jump in, followed by Richard Phillips. Dorothy Tyndall, thank you. The remixtress is with us. Thank you very much. My neighbor Tracy Tobias is here. Thank you very much, darling. Paula Gibson. Stephanie Dane, how are you doing? Where's Jean at? Thank you, darling. Amanda Elliott is here. Randy Peterson. Whoo, pig, buddy, bring it with you. Gonna need it down here. Anyway, Jeanette Miller, Aaron Trombley, thank you indeed. Jeff Curry, Robin Lyons, Bruce Preston is here. Virginia Whitley, who uses her voice all the time. Thank you very much, baby, for being here. There's our resident archaeologist, John Herron. Howdy ho, neighbor. How you doing? I hope everything is fine. Brian Champagne's here and Martha Oliveira. I'm just so glad everybody's here. Deborah Douglas, Dennis Utenreiner, Kelly K. Duncan, thank you for being here. Woo, let me jump on down here. Ardessa is here. Let me get on down here because I'll get lost real. Where'd my damn thing go? Ah, shit, look at there. I done lost my thing. My thing is... Evidently my thing is doing things that I'm not supposed... Where's my thing? Oh, shit. I've lost my thing. Oh, well, something happened. There it is. I got it back. Lost my thing. And then I found my thing. Martha Smart, thank you for being here. Lady Freedom rocks, and indeed she does. Gail Dunn, thank you for your service, baby. And there's Iris Yazelle. Anyway, baby, it is Sunday. I am so sorry I missed Beer and Bud Friday, baby. I missed Beer and Bud Friday. I had a great time today on the Tim Cormall show. Thank you, Tim and Joe and Justice and Kathy. Thank you all for making it such a great show. It was a good conversation. Anyway, happy Father's Day to all our fathers in the Blue Dot family, and I don't care if you're not in the Blue Dot family. Happy Father's Day to you, and indeed, happy Juneteenth celebration here in the United States. That is a true celebration of freedom. We celebrate July 4th all the time, but July 4th didn't mean everything to everybody. And Juneteenth should mean something to all of us. So I hope you get the chance to enjoy both holidays. Both holidays. Well, one of them's a holiday. The other one's a sentiment. But indeed, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And my son borrowed my truck and found a case of beer in it. Boy, howdy! Guess that's cheaper than putting gas. There you go, buddy. Good deal. Yes, I did miss Beer and Bud Friday. Tell you the truth. Thursday's rant, if you had a chance to see it, came from my heart, came from deep inside, and there were people listening, which further pushed my emotions that day. And indeed, I did pay a little price for that. It got rough, and I still feel the after effects of it. But there's no doubt to anybody that has ever listened to me that I do this from my heart. I do this from the passion and the love for my country and what I have seen happen to it over the last 6 years. A downright assault on our democracy, on our society. It taxes one after a while when you spend your days delving into it all the time, looking into it, seeing what's going on, trying to develop opinion, whatever. And it does. It wears on you after a while. But I wouldn't have it any other way. That's my problem, is I can't walk away from this. Never will be able to. This fight, this showdown we have going on for our democracy, and that's exactly what it is, baby, because he ain't quitting. We saw that over the weekend when he's doing his little faith and freedom, the Christian conservative, whatever the hell it was, a bunch of bullshit, bunch of hypocrites, sitting up there yelling, listening to that man, and you're at a faith and freedom conference? Please. He has nothing to do with either one of them. But he sat up there and he stated his claims of how he was cheated out of the election and all the other bullshit that he said. And I've been saying this for a while. He's not out there trying to build a political party or a political machine. No. He is out there trying to raise an army, baby. He is trying to raise an army because hell or high water, whether he gets it by vote or whether he takes it, he wants it back because he's got a little revenge to dish out. And I don't put anything past him. The thing is, we need to stop him now. We have evidence of crimes out the wazoo. Are you shitting me? Every time you turn around, we're hearing of some bullshit he did, and we all know it's crimes. Like I say, the hearings are bringing out evidence of what we already know. That he's a lying, cheating, stinking piece of crap who would turn on his back on his country in a heartbeat for $1, which is exactly what he's done. But it's the others that surround him, those that give him that power, those that give him that kind of energy to keep on going. Those are the people that we worry about. Those are our fellow citizens. Those are our neighbors, and they're around us, and it makes you worry how gullible they might be to believe this shit. But there's plenty of them out there that do. So we're witnessing right now these hearings, laying out evidence, testimony from Republicans. Everybody we've seen from has been a Republican. It's not been anybody else. These are diehard, conservative, good Christian Republicans who are stepping forth and telling the truth. And we're going to see some more of it tomorrow night, or Tuesday night, I'm sorry. Anyway, it has been, it's been pretty rough on the old body. So, I've got to learn how to take care of myself a little bit, I guess, and try not to let things get so personal. But it's hard to do that. When you're...
Well, let's just do that.
Let's do that.
Jorge.
How in the hell are you, brother?
I'm alive and kicking, my brother.
That's the main objective here, is it not? Let's stay alive and let's keep kicking.
What?
That's...
How's things down at the river and Marcia and the boys and everything?
We're doing just fine down here. enjoying the heat wave again. What was it, 90 something, 96 or 97 down here today? So it's pretty warm. It's pretty cooking, but I understand there's going to be a lot of our nation that's going to be under that heat dome they're talking about. So yeah, I'm not the only one going to be sweating here. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of people in this.
Things are turning into cardboard kind of up here in the hill country. Everything's browning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's dead. We haven't had any measurable rain here in a while. Of course, that's a problem being faced by a large portion of our country, by the way. Out west, they're suffering terrible droughts. The water shortages out there are just utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, Lake Mead's horrible.
Yeah, yeah. And that entails a lot of things. That entails not only water for drinking and crops, but power generation. There's a lot of stuff that
electricity.
Yes, that comes into play if we don't have the water. And man, it's it's like handwriting on the wall. We've been screaming about climate change for so long and getting prepared for it. And man, 96 tomorrow in Wisconsin.
But Nestle's bottling water in California. California's got all the water shortage. But Nestle is bottling how many gallons of water?
All of it. All of it, baby. There's money to be made. It's the name of the game in this. I swear. It used to be.
It's hard not to get discouraged.
If you get water out of the hose nowadays, you want to think twice about doing that. You don't know what's coming out of that freaking hose. Isn't that a sad commentary of where we're at?
Or my kitchen faucet.
Oh, I got into that discussion earlier today, and with a friend, and it's the overall big picture, where the hell we're going, where we're at, and what are we doing to fix it. And it played into a lot of the conversation, the amount of money that we spend on defense, the defense budget, versus what we spend on the citizens of this country. They're talking about giving back a gas rebate card or something to help you out with the gas tax, with getting gas in your tank. Yeah, right now the Republicans are against it. Of course, the Republicans are against anything that's going to help. Yes, they don't want you. Yeah, they don't want you getting anything from. Are you shitting me? They want you poor, hungry, needing a job, John, and being pissed off at the Republicans. That's what they want. I don't know what I did here. I hit a button. I'm trying to correct my shit. My shit is not going well today. Let me thank Lady Freedom Roxon, and she does, for coming in with a $5 donation and said, I'm having a Juneteenth quarantine party. No one is invited. There you. I'm having a quarantine party. Don't come. Yeah. They're going to have a special tonight on TV. A lot of stations, I guess, are going to broadcast this, a celebration, and they're going to have a lot of stars there, and that ought to really be interesting. I encourage my kids to stand by and watch that. Man, it's going to be something to see. A lot of entertainment and stuff. So yeah, we should celebrate it, and it should be
all about Galveston, Texas.
Yes. 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation.
When the word arrived in Galveston.
When they finally got their ass over to Texas, let the word out a little bit. Yeah, it's a sad commentary, but it took 2.5 years for that information to be, and you have to remember that's the day.
And you wonder why Greg Abbott is our governor.
Yeah.
It takes 2.5 years to get information.
One step forward, two steps back, ain't the way that shit goes. With Greg Abbott, this country, this state has been.
Gotta get.
Greg Abbott is one of those ones that will wholeheartedly allow Texans and the United States, people in the United States, to suffer in order so they could look at it, they could point at it. I'm serious as a heart attack on this shit. The Republicans in oil and gas, the big fascist powers. Baby, they just soon see you suffer, because if you're suffering, you're gonna blame Joe Biden. It's all them Democrats' fault. We're gonna vote in them Republicans, and that's how we got here, and that's who is allowing you to suffer. Anybody screaming about how much money the gas companies are making? Jesus.
The people at the top of the heap want us to argue with each other down here, so that we don't actually look at them.
Yep. And that spills into everything. Look at the gun control legislation we was hoping to get. It's all tied up because they're trying to find funding for red flag laws and a loophole for the boyfriend loophole. Are you shitting me? No, we can't get anything done. because the other side likes it status quo. They like you paying $5 a gallon for gas. They want you to have every kind of freaking weapon you can get your hands on. They want you to.
They're conserving it.
Yes, they're pushing it, baby. So it worries me. He's not having a political campaign out there. He's trying to raise a freaking army, and we either deal with this shit now. That's what I mean about we either charge him with crimes, we either hold these people to account, or we're going to see this shit in 24, so you do it now or do it later. What's the old saying? Pay me now or pay me later? Hey, you're going to pay a price for this democracy. And if are we just not going to charge him because we don't want to piss off the freaking right-wing nut jobs? Is that the deal? No, it can't be that freaking. I don't.
We ain't going to let it go that easy.
We have a legal obligation and a moral obligation to charge his ass for what he did. And we're all seeing it. Everybody sees it. He attempted a coup. He attempted to overthrow this democracy. He allowed a riot to continue, and in fact, threw gas on the fire, baby. Get that guy. He didn't do what we was telling him to do. Get him. You know, where are we going with this shit? It's a damn good freaking question. If we don't deal with this now. So yeah, there should be. I'm disappointed that we don't have more hearings. You know, we gotta wait till Tuesday. Are you shitting me? Like there ain't enough of shit you could fill up every damn day for a month with this shit. And you know, I just have to think that that the Department of Justice is listening. You know, and I do. I think that's part of. You know, I don't want this to come as a referral from the committee. It doesn't take the committee. It doesn't take a committee to tell the Department of Justice, oh, look here, a law was broke. I mean, this shit's on TV. You're watching. Everybody's watching it. I ain't hiding nothing. Hell, they have more information than what we know now. You know they do. So where are we? Let's get on with the business at hand, is what I say.
DOJ's lazy. They're letting the Congress lay out the case for them.
Let me see, Linda A. You have to accept that when it turns, I don't know, when it turns green, you have to accept that to come into the room. So please, if you're so inclined, anybody. I see some new names down there that I haven't seen before, and so always glad to have new people in the audience and in our Blue Dot family, baby. Twatopotamus will be charged and in jail before 2024. Twatopotamus, I like that, Martha. That's pretty good. I hope so.
That's good.
Linda, how are you?
We're doing well. Well as we can all be expected at this point. It's
Indeed.
been a hell of a awful week. And more to come, and we're just waiting it out. I don't know what to say. We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
We're watching.
I did a Skype with, I have 3 siblings that are all Blue Dots, of
Thank
course.
You. Well, thank you.
Well, they're
Tell them we
blue.
appreciate that.
Yeah, and then we're all over, and we Skype once a month, and it's just the whole thing we go
Good.
over, and then we try to get off of it and go back on it.
There's never a shortage of things to talk about, huh?
Absolutely not.
One thing after another, I swear. Yeah, I just seen a little
Johnny
thing.
A's going out for Johnny A's going out for a smoke, and yeah, it's not Cavendish. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Ain't that
I have
so?
gummies.
You have gummies, no fair.
Yeah, I can't smoke anything.
Yeah,
like
my
that.
kids just came back from the land of.
California.
Yeah, they had a wonderful time out there. I swear.
Good. I don't have a choice here, so getting off and on this at our age is sometimes a little challenging still.
What was that, dear?
But
I'm sorry.
I said, I don't have a Travis here, so getting on and
Oh.
off this court is still a little challenging for
Well,
us.
I've had it pretty rough. Travis has been very occupied lately, and so I've been kind of running it myself in here. And Lord have mercy, it's like, I don't know. It's just It's pretty hard to do sometimes when you're trying to watch, what, three or four. You got two windows over there, two over here, one in front of me, and trying to watch everything so you don't miss anything. And yeah.
Okay, I want to ask something, and it has nothing to do with
Well, go ahead.
politics.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. We've rescued dogs our whole life. I am a big dog rescuer.
Bless your heart,
Um,
sweetheart, for that.
I've also rescued kids. My children's friends, I mean, rescued kids, dogs, whatever.
Good.
I rescued, never had it before. A friend of mine called, said this dog needs to be rescued several years ago. And we go up to another town to get it, and this woman's outside with this little shaky dog. And it's a little poodle. I'm like, I've never had a poodle. We've had mixed breeds. I don't know anything about this. I looked at my husband. I said, what do I do? He said, just take her right now.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. Wait. I said, why did you say that? We've never had. He said, Linda, he's a deer hunter. There's baskets of apples in his truck. Did I see that? No.
Nope. He
So
did.
Now we have, this is off subject just because it's a little lighter. We have a rescue that we rescued from a backyard puppy mill. It's the mama.
Oh, really?
Her puppies go for thousands of dollars. We bought her as livestock.
Wow.
Yeah, so we've had her 6 months. And she's a hard rescue because she's never been socialized as a puppy.
Right.
She was just used for her puppies. We believe she's
That's
4 years
sad.
old. We know.
Yeah.
I
A lot
know
of people
it is
go
and it
puppy
isn't.
mills.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's heartbreaking.
It is. She's 6 months old. The sweetest, and we've had pit bulls too in the family.
Thank you, Martha
It's
Smart.
everything.
Yeah.
She's very intelligent, very sweet. Afraid of men completely. She's attached to me at the hip, which is fine. I like it.
Good.
But she is what's called a red mini poodle. They breed them for that color. It's not apricot. It's really red, like a redhead.
Really?
And it's just like, we just looked, and it's John. I went every day when we lost our last one last July. Every day I would come home and go, no dog. No dog. Sad, right?
Yeah.
So John goes on. He didn't say anything to me. He sees this online. Calls this woman. I'm just going to say, I don't know whether you're aware of what this is. Amish? Mennonites?
Mennonite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mennonites were doing this out in Pennsylvania.
Right.
John Ifly might know what that is. I don't know if anyone
Oh,
else
that guy knows
does.
everything.
Well, Mennonites, they're a religious group that, yeah, they're not very honest.
I think
That's
that
all
I'm not going to proclaim what I know what they are. I thought they were sort of like Quakers or Mormons, maybe. Or
Well,
I don't know.
sort of, but not.
personally, I try to avoid those
I
situations.
avoid them. Well, all right. To make another long story short, at 15, my father decides to buy a horse farm. So I went from being in not a big city, but a city in New Jersey,
Right.
to 7 acres and horses, which is where I
Well,
met
lucky
John.
you.
It was great.
Oh, I
mean,
imagine.
At the time, I thought it was like the worst thing. Now I look back on it. I learned to ride. I hacked
Oh,
horses, which
that
means
sounds
I
like a
did them.
wonderful atmosphere to live in.
It was, but
Yeah.
when you're 15 and you want to just hang out with your
Yeah,
friends
well.
and you're working on the farm
Yeah, when you're 15.
and working it, not playing, it's a little different. So
Indeed.
yeah, so we've rescued everything to try to understand that. John can explain it to you a little bit better. We used to go to horse sales. So the Amish would come in and say, "Oh, this horse is sound," blah blah blah, and it wouldn't be. You know what that means, right, John? A sound animal.
A sound animal?
Yeah. It's not lame. It's not lame.
Helping.
Yeah, I would
Healthy.
think sound would mean good. It's a good
Exactly.
sound animal.
But they weren't.
There you go.
They gave you the walkaway warranty.
Hey, tell him.
Right.
John's here. Go ahead.
Hey, John.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. And yourself, brother?
I'm doing pretty well. I
Good.
see my wife is somehow receded to the recesses of her her head. I don't know what she's thinking about. Horses. Yeah, I don't want any.
Don't want none.
Not right now.
No, I mean that's too much. You put stuff in one end.
Money pit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I fully understand about put something in one end, it comes out the other, and then you got to deal with that. And,
Bad as a boat. They're almost
Lord.
as bad as a boat.
I was gonna say they're kind of like a boat, right? Bust out another 1,000.
yes,
Money pit.
you know, you got to take care of them. You got to feed them. You got to have their hooves done and all that kind of stuff, man. It's a project. It is, yeah. It's a labor of love for me. I just, you know, I love my donkey, so.
Oh yeah, we just.
Spot man, I was not a Navy diver. I was in the Navy, and I am a diver, but I was not a Navy diver. So, yeah, I was a sport diver for many, many years. I loved it.
I'm deathly afraid.
Oh, yeah, I was too until I jumped in. I was in the Philippines, and I just decided, you know, it was always had a fear of drowning and whatnot, but when you're in the South Pacific, there is a lot to see underwater, a lot. And so, yeah, I stepped out of the pay line one day and just stepped right over into special services and signed up, and away I went. So one of the better decisions of my life, I think. You know,
Yeah.
I've had the opportunity to see a lot of World War II stuff. I was in Guam, Midway, a lot of places where things happened.
But you, that's
Yeah.
your whole thing.
Water's nice and clear.
Yes, yeah, that's the one thing. Water was always nice and beautiful.
It's scary.
Yeah, you jump in the water here, and it's absolutely black. It scared the bejesus out of me. I don't want to do it. I don't like that muddy water.
Yeah.
Well, you took lessons to get over it.
Yeah, I did. It scared me so bad as a kid that I went and made sure I got certified to dive.
Right.
Did my dive test, and I don't know. I don't want to do it again.
Oh, it was, you know, some of my fondest memories are underwater. You know, just really what you see, you know, on TV and stuff. Well, it's better nowadays, but it never does give it justice to what you actually see and what that feels like. But yeah, I always recommend either underwater or above, you know, fly one way or the other, either underwater or jump out the freaking airplane. What's good to the airplane? Shit, jump out, baby. Fly it down. Anyway, it's something that makes your heart beat a little faster. But yeah, nowadays I've slowed down. It's been a long time since I made a dive, but yeah.
Rosie Red Poodle still doesn't like you.
What was that?
Oh, my wife.
Yeah.
We rescued the dog 6 months ago. The
Right.
dog still doesn't like me.
No shit.
No.
Oh man. Well, I
Loves Linda.
rescued one off street, and she turned out to be the best dog. Oh, I'm just head over heels with her. It's a sick story. It really is.
Well,
So,
my son had pits, and they're wonderful.
oh, this dog just has me wrapped around her. You know, it's a pitiful, sick story. I don't even want to get into it. It's embarrassing how much I love that dog, but she provides a lot of comfort, a lot of relief when I need it, a lot of relaxation, which is what our animals bring to a lot of us. You know, it's that comfort. It's that friendship, no matter what. And sometimes, baby, that matters because sometimes, baby, it's even your friends give you heartache sometimes. You know, it's so rough. Anyway, what was we talking about? Oh yeah, Donnie boy trying to take over the world again. Ain't that some shit? It's just sad that we're still having to put up with this shit. What we saw over the weekend, that this faith in this Christian conservative pack, I just couldn't get over that. While looking at the tapes of Donnie up there speaking, and thinking to myself, he's in front of a bunch of Christians. Oh, I'm sorry.
And this is his message to the Christians.
Yeah, this
okay?
is his message. This is
is his message.
I won. I'm supposed to be president. They stole it from me. He threw in Beaubart. He threw in Mike Pence. When it came to Mike Pence, he said, I didn't call him a wimp, but Mike Pence didn't have the the courage to do what should have been. He called him everything but a wimp right there on the stage. Again, I didn't say the word wimp. He's a wimp.
Vision.
Huh?
This is not a vision for America.
No.
This is just revenge. Is all it is.
If they let his ass get back in, that's what it's going to be, baby.
Vision for America.
No.
This ain't even about America.
No, he looks at America as
this is about Donald J. Trump.
It's about how much money he'll be able to generate.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is for this Trump family. It's all about the money. It always has been about the money.
Marketing.
Junior's back out there selling steaks.
Marketing.
Yeah, it's marketing. It's selling the hate.
That's all it is. All it is.
And that's what
Trump name on everything.
It just, it's scary. It's scary because just how far are they willing to take this shit? We've already seen it. We saw it on January 6th, how far they're willing to go. And they're not done. And we have to face this situation of what they continue to do. He's a continuing clear and present danger. That's what Judge Ludick said.
Absolutely.
He is a continuing threat, and he has help within the halls of Congress. Now, I know we're fixing to go into the part of the hearing about how Donnie tried to pressure the states, but I can't wait to get to the part where we're going to be talking about what congressmen were helping him. That's, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Rex Trek, thank you very much, brother. Came in with a $10 donation and said, Happy Juneteenth / Father's Day. I'm off tomorrow. Hubby and me are going to follow our gay agenda and go food shopping, pay some bills, and I'm iron a pair of pants for work on Tuesday. Peace, baby. That's life. That's what all the people, that's
rock
it, baby.
On.
That is rock indeed. I'm off tomorrow and going to go our gay agenda. I love it, baby. Thanks you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that tremendously. I'm trying to get... I don't even want to talk about what we're trying to do because I ain't going to say it until we're ready to do it. Because we're behind schedule on everything. Travis is about to wrap up with his business and be able to have some help here and keep things going smoothly. But I wish I could hit the button because earlier today I was practicing with the duet, I guess. So right now, going live, we could have a screen, half the screen split. And today I was playing with Donnie's little speech he gave at the convention up there for the CPAC there, whatever it was. And, so, you could play a line from him and then pause it, and then I could jump his ass, which is what I do when he's talking anyway. When I'm in there watching his speech on TV, that's what I'm doing anyway, so. But I'm trying to learn how to do some technical
copyright
things.
problems, you're cool.
Huh?
As long as you don't get in copyright problems.
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I have to watch. You got to watch copyright. And,
we know what they're monitoring.
I'm going to try to rig it up here, and I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I have an idea how I'm going to do it. To be able to go live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok at the same time. Now, the problem is I can't figure out how to get the voices from our guests, from you, into the TikTok part of this, because we use a program called Restream, which allows me to input into Restream, and Restream sends it to Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. But TikTok is not on that list.
Parts beyond.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out how to do that because we've gotten a big response from TikTok. Our follower count really goes up, and our viewer count goes up, and so it just means the message is getting out there farther, and there's more and more people. I said it today on Tim's show. If you're listening to Tim's show, if you're listening to this show, you're already engaged. You're already involved in the process. You're already trying to be a part of the solution, and that's what this is all about, is pushing that. Being what I always call being the cheerleader, baby, trying to motivate more and more people to take this serious and to be involved. And sometimes I'm good at it. Sometimes other people tell you I suck, and Believe me, there's a list of them, man.
Oh.
I'm telling you. But you know, you do it because you want to, because you have a desire to see the outcome get better for all of us, and that's what this is. So
24 elections scare the hell out of me right now.
what's scaring you?
Elections and 2024.
Yes,
Well, a lot of people are scared about that.
I am. I'm concerned because every time I turn around, I'm hearing some stupid, especially CNN's the one that's pissing me off. Oh, you know, the Republicans are going to take the midterms. Look like the Republicans are really tearing themselves up for getting ready to take over in the midterms. I kiss my ass. How much, you know.
Give up. Don't even show up and vote. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
don't worry
Republicans
about
are
it.
gonna
Yeah,
get it right.
the Republicans are going to take over. Kiss my ass. You know who
Fuck that
determines
shit.
elections? We do. Not CNN,
Us.
not Fox, not any of them. You know, it's us. That's the way it's supposed to be. Of course, now the Republican Party's trying to change that as much as they can. They're not too much into, you know, the quantity of the vote. They're more concerned with the quality of the vote. You know, who's voting. That's what makes the difference.
Get a little less of that us
Yeah.
in the whole mix, right?
That's what the name of the game is now, isn't it? That's what all the Republican states are
Looks
trying
like
to do, trying
it.
to restrict the amount of the people that can vote. You know, even attempting to withhold water or food from people who might have to stand in line for 4 hours because they don't have enough machines or enough people to work the polls. You know, I swear, when you see a long line,
I mean-
that's intentional. That's intentional, baby.
Yeah, sure.
I don't
Even a
understand.
tire
What
biter
do you
can
mean by-
see that, right?
Right? I'm sorry, John, you said?
Denying someone a water. I mean, I just
Is
don't.
it-
I just don't.
Yeah.
Isn't that disgusting? I mean, just the mere suggestion that that's a stickler, that you want to bring that into the law, that you want to make it unlawful for somebody to give water to somebody in line. It shows who you are.
Just horrible.
Yes, I don't mind. I don't mind being horrible. That's what's so distressing
Okay.
about the conservative movement is they consider themselves the moral majority. Really? Deny water to somebody who's thirsty? That's moral? You know, and you could give 1,000 examples of their immoral behavior. They don't act Christian. They're more vengeful. They're
you're
they're the
denying-
hell and damnation part of Christianity, not the thou shalt help thy neighbor or something and lift him up. No. Thou shalt smite that neighbor down if he doesn't do what you say. You know, that's the kind of party they are. That's how I look at them.
Well, yeah, right.
Nowadays, the worst
but-
thing you can say to me is I'm an evangelical Christian. Really? Drank the Kool-Aid, did you? All for Trump. And until they
Well, you
prove me
see
different,
that
that's what I think of them. I'm sorry. You know, throw his ass out of your church. You just had him at your freaking convention. And you're going to tell me you're a godly person? I don't think so, baby. I really don't. Anyway.
What I was going to say is, if you notice that the Catholic Church is becoming more and more political, and obviously they can't get too much powerful considering all of the justices are Catholic.
Yeah.
Well, they
Isn't
kind
that-
of bob in and out anyway, the Catholic Church. You know?
Yeah, it depends on
Oh.
what, you know.
Oh, Paul, he initiated reforms, and then Pope Benedict, he withdrew them. And then they kind of bob up when it's convenient for the church. Just like, hey, remember, we got all this money. And you know,
Well, hey.
whatever's convenient for them.
Yeah. It's a changing dynamic all the time. The church has evolved just like every
But
other
they
part
bob
of our
up and down. The
society.
Catholic Church,
You
it
know,
seems to
they've
be.
adjusted their beliefs over the years to adjust with what society deems acceptable. They haven't got there all the way yet. Bullshit, we still
John
got-
Birch Society is what we see now.
Yeah. Oh Lord, I got a couple donations to call out. Major Primes. Mage Prime. I don't know how to say that. Mage Primes. My Mage Prime STEM Realm donated $2 through Super Chat. And indeed, George Carlin warned us about religion and government. They have a tendency
Yes,
to
he did.
Yes, he did. And nowadays, I like to see it. He has not lost his relevancy over the years. He is still very relevant to the conversation. And Anthony Lester came in with a $20 donation. Thank you very much, Anthony. And said, oh yeah. Jail Loudermilk and Green, Abrams and Warnock all the way, living in Dubai, but vote the blue wave. All right, baby. Thank you very much, Anthony. And indeed, yeah, that Jail Loudermilk, yeah, I'm all for that shit. And yeah, why stop at Green? Throw the Lauren Beaubart. Today, I want to give a shout out to Joe Santorsa, who is he is a regular on Tim Cormall's show, and you can go to jasantorsa.com and see some of his work. He's a great guy to talk to, but he does this thing every week on Joe's show, and it's called the Clown Car, and today his Clown Car episode. The title of it was the Gospel According to Beaubart, and so if you get a chance, check out the Tim Cormall show. That in itself, along with the great discussion of his panelists, it's really a funny take on Lauren Beaubart. And for those that don't know, Lauren Beaubart's on tape talking about, well, if Jesus would have had an AR-15, the government wouldn't have killed him. Really? Have you read the story
If all
about why?
fetuses were armed, there would be no abortions.
Well, I'm just thinking about Beaubart thinking, well, if Jesus would have had an AR-15, they couldn't have, the government wouldn't have killed his ass. Really? Didn't God send him down here on a mission? Didn't God send him down here for a particular reason? One that y'all might remember. Y'all celebrate it all the time. Dying on the cross for your sins and all that kind of shit. But if he would have had an AR-15, all that shit would have changed. There wouldn't have been no dying on the cross or nothing like that. Oh, hell no. Jesus would have gathered up a whole bunch of his disciples there, and every one of them having AR-15s with APGs. It would have been Armageddon earlier instead of having to wait all the time.
God would have wanted it that way.
I'm telling you. The ignorance of some of these people, like
God.
Lauren Beaubart and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
God.
It just makes you wonder, really. Don't we have a test to get this job or something, There's a lot of jobs I've been on that you had to be tested, Make sure you could do the job. Not in politics, baby. Shit, no. Just jump in there and, I don't know, make shit up as you go along. Because that's what they do.
Have a nice ass.
Yeah, but the stories continued. The one about Lauren Beaubart is that's just it's almost comedy writing itself. I'm waiting to see the outcome of that, see how much of it's.
What? Did he actually donate
You don't have
the
to
money
follow,
to
the
her
story
campaign?
about Herschel Walker right
Did he
now.
really do that?
Yeah, it's like popcorn. Pop's kids are popping up all over the freaking place. Really? And then he stands on the stage and talks about the importance of a father being in a child's life. Really? You just talk the talk, you just don't walk the walk. I got kind of emotional this morning because of my kids and their Father's Day. Shit they write.
Yeah.
My kids write shit.
Old dads.
Yeah. But it was more about
I got
who
to.
they were and how they got to be who they are, and that made me proud. That I don't have to worry about my kids' integrity or their compassion,
Yeah.
their acceptance of others, I don't have to worry about that ever, and that makes me proud. So yeah,
That makes you a man.
that's what it is, manly man. That's me. Yeah, I wish I felt
You
like
the
one
man.
nowadays, brother. My body's under attack, man. It feels like I've been beat by a stick. That's the way my body feels right now.
Oh yeah.
I did. I had to take
me
Friday
too.
off
I'm
already,
right
man.
with you.
That just Thursday took it out of me. Because again,
I'm
I
with
wasn't,
you,
I wasn't
brother.
just speaking to that camera. There were people listening in my vicinity.
Oh, sure.
And I wanted to make sure
I
that
understand where you live.
You're gonna listen. I'll make sure you hear every word of it.
Is there?
Yeah.
It's the way.
I live in the hill country, and these people are sad, man. At least up here, it doesn't matter how pissed off you get at your neighbors. Until it comes down to shooting, you don't talk to them or threaten them, or you don't do that. Threatening up here is gunfire, you know?
Yeah. Well, gunfire around here is not an uncommon sound.
Well, okay.
It has calmed
and
down. It has calmed down, and I'm thankful for that. I am. The tension. around the
we
neighborhood is-
understand this.
But there is something happened on my street that I'm wondering what, but I'm going, yeah, I have no problem with this. Evidently, right now on my street, there are 4 new neighborhood watch signs, and there are 4 new security cameras on those signs, and they flash and take a picture if anybody comes in and out of here. You're going to hear an argument from me? No. Knock yourself out, Everybody in this neighborhood knows you come down this street, you're on camera already. You're on my video. From the moment you turn the corner on this street and turn either direction on my street, you're on my camera. Ain't nothing happens on the street that isn't recorded. And that's for a reason.
Yeah.
So I feel more.
And you don't fuck with Jenny.
Wow.
Please. Yeah, that's please don't mess with my dog.
Yeah. I mean, it's not asking a lot, right?
And that has not happened in a while, so we're thankful.
Hey, cool.
We're trying to stay cool in the neighborhood. But if you're going to stand out there and want to be an audience, well, I want to make sure you hear. So, because I don't hide my shit. And I'm ashamed of every one of them that still support this asshole. I really am. That they can't see the light of what this man has done to this country, and how he continues to sit up there and lie to you, and you accept it. That's unacceptable to me. That insults me when you do that. If you're going to listen to that bullshit and you go, I think Trump did win. Fuck you, and the horse you rode in on. I don't want, I lost all respect for you at this point. Maybe in the early beginning, maybe they haven't counted all the votes. Maybe he's going to win. Well, maybe he will. Just hang in there. But he didn't. And then he lied. And then he tried to mount an insurrection, a coup, a violent overthrow of the government. And evidently the Proud Boys had a freaking, they talking now about they got some document laying out what buildings they were going to try to occupy, what offices, the whole stinking plan, man. They're all good with a coup.
How many of them are there, really?
I don't
to
know.
occupy all this. How many people would it take to do this?
Yeah, there ain't enough of them because there's more of us. And Mage Prime STEM Realm came in with another $2 donation and said, stop letting 40% racist control this country. And I'm not sure it's 40%. I think it's less than that. But if we keep continuing to let it,
I think it's way lower than that.
I think it is lower than 40%. But let's say 40. But let's the percentage is outnumbered by good people that will stand up and not accept that in their life or in their friends, in their business. It is truly who you are, how you live. You can't let other people determine. I live in such a red area here. There's Trumpers all around my ass, and it would be so easy for me to have gone, well, yeah, go Trump, me too. Yeah, that Biden guy.
Yeah, right.
No, I can't do that. I can't do it, one, because I swore an oath to this country, and I recognized him as a threat to this democracy the day he threw his hat in the ring. And that's when I started speaking up, because I did recognize the threat that man was trying. And if he had got reelected, if he had pulled off this coup, either way, this country's going to change. And if we let his ass back in, this is gonna change this country fundamentally. Your vote won't mean shit. Yeah, it'd be a suggestion. Put it in the box over there. We'll look at your suggestion later on, and we'll
consider it later.
Well, it will turn into what Russia is, really, with him as president for life, appointing some other jackass and oligarchs to control the major financial
oh my God, his opponent got poisoned.
Yeah, which we're not too far. Look at what the oil companies are doing with this, and I love to rail against them right now because this is bullshit. This is bullshit because we're all hearing the news every fucking day about how much money the oil companies are raking in right now. Windfall freaking profits. Windfall profits
Globally.
while your ass is suffering at the pump.
2022?
Yeah. 22, baby. 2022 is it has to be that. It has to be that. Or it's going to slip where you allow the Republicans to take control of the House and the Senate in 22. They're going to set the stage for 24, and guess who the puppet master is going to be? It's going to be Donnie.
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough courage to stand up to him. One or two, a few.
And they have no platform. The platform is Donnie.
They benefit from it, though. They have to think that they're going to benefit in some way, monetarily, with power and control over somebody. It's that lust for power and shit and money that just, it eats at these people. It devours their fucking soul.
We all gather on the nose of the yacht for a toast of champagne.
Yeah.
And it's like no one's in the wheelhouse.
If you think I have a bit of confidence in my congressman, not a bit, baby. Not a bit. He's a little puppy on a string that the Republicans tell him what to do, and that's it. He goes around and shakes a few hands. I just got a mailing from him talking. He wanted to hear from veterans. Really? Tune in, asshole. I'm here every day. I'm a veteran. You'll hear what I say. And, no, he gives you a few options of what you can check on the box. You want me to, I don't know, destroy America or, increase gun sales, all that kind. Whatever it is. He has no initiative to do a damn thing. I check his vote, and he votes against everything unless he's told to vote for something. That's the way my congressman plays it. Playing in the background to collect a check, baby.
Population
so many of our congressmen do that. There's a few that stand up and get the spotlight and debate the issues of the day, but most of them scurry around like little rats, just trying to lay low. Lay low. Don't make it.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm tired of that. You're in there for a reason. I swear we need term limits, but we ain't going to get it because guess who has to vote on it? Yeah. So we're not going to get it. It's what this country needs because the ridiculousness of, like right now, we're trying to get gun legislation passed, and we're going to stop because of the funding for red flag laws and have to define what the boyfriend loophole is. Talk about two items you pulled out of your ass so you could just hold up the whole thing. That's what it is. That's what John Cornyn's doing. It's not he's worried about where we're going to get the money for this red flag stuff. Really, you don't have a problem finding money for every damn thing else you want. Whoop it out of your ass like you do everything else, John. But he don't. He's going to use it to delay because that's the name of the game.
John Cornyn being an asshole?
Oh, who would have figured?
Imagine
who
that.
would have figured? But
God.
Yeah,
Wow.
You can't stand for the American people if you're on your knees for the NRA.
I thought he was such a great guy all of his time. And it turns out he's just an asshole.
Are the fucking worst. Are you shitting me? You little shit. Isn't it passionate?
He was such a great guy.
Mm-hmm. Can you please ask Tyler about it? Mike, Jorge, can you turn your mic down a little bit? You're coming in a little hot. I just thought it was your nature, though.
You're probably right.
Yeah, it is, bro. That's my problem. It's not the volume on my machine; it's the volume in my brain that gets me in trouble. That's it. But oh, it's a fight worth having. It's a fight that we need to be in because it is. You know, it sounds so corny, but yeah, this is our democracy, baby, and that's
This
the
is
fight
it.
we're in. The fight that we're in is truly for this democracy. Catman56, my brother Keith, how are you doing? Are you in here, Keith? Got your mic muted, buddy.
Not yet.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, gotcha.
How you doing, Keith?
Yeah, it's hot and sticky here in
Welcome
Minnesota.
to my world. Yeah.
You know, Hillary Clinton went through 8, 9, 10 hearings
yeah.
over 2 years
Yep.
about
man.
Benghazi, about 4 dead Americans.
Her emails.
But have we actually seen hearings of 100,000 dead Americans whose origin can be placed by the orange hair shithole? No.
Mm-mm.
Why is that? Question.
Why can't we pin that on him? Because he's distracted him with the election and what he does for America and how he's got a red S painted on his chest. I don't know, Keith. Where are we, brother? As a nation, you know.
I really want to know who are these assholes that follow him? What is
I know
wrong
some
with
of
them?
them. I don't know.
Do not look at anything. They refuse to look at it.
I
They
think
don't
they're
believe
too
it.
consumed with the hate, and you know it's not the issues anymore. It's not the politics. It's not freedom and God and all that stuff. It's their bitter hatred of Democrats and anybody that isn't like them, and they're trained to do that now. It's almost like you're watching a brainwashing of half America. Not half, less than half, lot less than half. But they're a danger. They're turning into a danger. And he's still cranking it up, baby. He is still demanding that he won. And he's still using the words, as he did this weekend, that if you want a democracy, or this, you have to fight for it. You have to be willing to fight. You got to fight. You got to be tough. You got to be tough or you're not going to have it. He's still pushing that shit, which feeds into that. And I can't remember who, somebody earlier in the chat, a lot earlier in the chat, had made a comment that gun sales were going off the roof, baby. Yeah. Fear, baby. It sells. It sells everything from guns to groceries. You're scared. You're afraid for your family. Even if you don't want guns, you feel like you got to get a gun because all them other people are getting a gun, so I better get a gun. So we all have guns, and next thing you know, we're all waiting for somebody to take the first shot. And I just heard right before we came on this evening that we had another. Of course, it's every weekend of gun violence across this country.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be the weekend. Hell, and pick a day. You know, pick a day of the week. We shoot and kill more people in this country every day, and we can't figure out what's causing it. Beyond me.
When I look at it, well-regulated militia.
Starts with those words, don't it?
What the hell? Yep. Well-regulated militia. Musket. Get a goddamn musket.
Get a musket. Yeah. Get a muzzle loader, baby. Do it like 1770. Y'all love 1776 so much. Go back to that shit. Hell no, they've used it to demand that they have every weapon that they can possibly buy, and as much ammo, and they just need to get prepared for Jesus.
I
You know,
Jesus.
I don't know. They're conservative Christians. I guess that's how they're getting ready for him. You know, stock up on ammo, put some sandbags up by the window, darling. You know, it's a.
Well,
You know,
Jesus
I've
is
preached
coming.
this for a long time. It's not
Get-
guns in this country. It's the sickness of guns. It's the sickness
Check
of.
the ammo.
Oh, baby.
Yep.
Jesus
Said
is
that.
Yeah,
coming.
yeah. Make sure your mag's loaded. You know, what? It makes no sense. It doesn't. And I get so. I don't know, frustrated with what should be the
Frustrated.
obvious, but it's not. You know, like Beaubart saying, well, if Jesus would have just had an AR-15, and they clapped. Those Christians
Yeah.
clapped. Yeah, really. Kind of losing that whole thing of what Jesus is supposed to be about. I don't know, from what I read. Of course,
It was, yeah.
I don't know.
Love
That's
thy
the problem
neighbor.
that I have with religion, is that you can mold whatever religion you're in into whatever you want that religion to be, to support whatever it is that you think. It's that flexible. You want to be a white
And
nationalist
you may need ammo
Klan
to
member,
do that.
you're carrying a cross, baby. You're talking about God and everything else, you know. It's just a commodity to sell something. And nowadays, you know, and and I don't want to get off on religion. I really do try to stay away from it sometimes, but it just irritates the shit out of me and especially nowadays, because I have it in my family, evangelical Christians. No, you're not. No, you're not. You've been bamboozled. You've been fooled. You've been tricked by the great Satan. I don't know if I knew the religious language to talk to you to convince you of what you're showing us versus what you say you are. There's a big freaking difference there. You know, and I just can't. You know, I lived a good part of my life keeping my mouth shut. You know, I've been an atheist all my life, but I lived in a good Christian family. I went to church a lot of times with them. I respected their religion all my life. But either you believe or you're a heathen destined for hell. Well,
Uh-oh.
that's why
I'm
I live
in
down
trouble.
here, because I'm just getting acclimated, baby. And if that's what you want to think of your fellow man, that's what determines their eternity, if there is such a thing. That you and besides that, isn't there somewhere in there that says it ain't up to your ass? You know, it's up to that higher
Does not.
power thing. But they don't believe that either. You know, there's so many of them that think that they have the right hand of God and they have the word of God, and that they can speak for God. And those are the
Ain't
worst
up
ones.
to you to decide for us.
Yeah. I don't know.
Judge not, let you be right. Judge not, let you be judged.
That's exactly it. Doesn't it say that in there? You know,
I think it did.
it also says give a quarter of your field to those that the poor and hungry. You know, the Bible says so many things, but again, the most important word I ever see in the Bible is the one on the cover that says version. Oh, okay. This is somebody's version. That's right. That's King James version, which means it's not the original text. It's just what they cherry-picked out of there.
Southern Baptist Convention
Yeah, make it look
version.
good for us. You know, we can make some money off of this shit. That's what I think. You know, and it pains me because, you know, they fight so much to keep their tax-free status, and taxes are supposed to be borne by the society for the benefit of the society. The church says they takes up donations for the benefit of society. So, hey, you know, pay your taxes. Those taxes can go to help the poor people. You know, which is what Jesus told you to do. But they don't want to do that. I don't know. There's so much I don't know. And that's the journey of life, I guess. Fuck, we don't get to know all of it. You know, maybe when we die, and maybe if there's a God, we'll have an enlightenment, and you can go, holy shit, I didn't know all of that. And so,
Well,
I
but
don't know.
then you get that entitlement with the poor people. So
I try to live my
You know,
life to where it's
what are you gonna
not
do with them?
determined upon somebody else what they think of what I've done in my life. That you know, I openly admit that if there is a God, and if there is, I've often said this, that I will give him one opportunity to get on his fucking knees. But the worst that he'll have on me is blasphemy. Look at here, John. I got all this plasma. Okay, you got me there. I didn't really believe you was there, but hey,
Like,
you know,
dude, I did not really think.
How did I
you were
treat my
here.
fellow man? Go look. Did I stand up
Yeah.
when I should have stood up? Go look. Because
Yeah.
that's what made me feel so much pride today. Is that my kids have seen me stand up when it was detrimental to my, and I'm not talking about this, the blue dot thing. They saw me
You're
hurt
a
my
father.
career for something that I wholeheartedly believed in, and I was proven right, but there was a heavy cost I paid for that. So it seems like there have been times in my life that, it's if you do the right thing, if you stand up and do the right thing, no good deed goes unpunished, baby, and you're going to suffer for it. Because that's the way fucking life is. But it's what you do with that. It's if you allow that to change who you are. If you allow something like that to alter the way you would act the next time, then you slide into the category of
You allow it to
you are less
stand.
than what you can be, and less than what you could be for our society, for our own families, for our country. We're less than we could be if we don't stand to that truth of do what you know is right. I ain't always been perfect at it, Lord knows. I had a discussion with Karen Cormier up in Maine the other day on the phone. She's talking about her son's young life and our young lives, and I mentioned the fact that, I spent a couple of years in reform school. Oh, John. Yeah, no. I learned some hard lessons early in life, very hard lessons. And it did shape me because I saw things that no kid should ever see. I saw treatment of people that should never have been. Downright inhumane treatment to people. And
Seen it.
of course, I say that's back in the 60s. That's before reform came to reform school.
60s.
No, we're there to beat your ass and make you work in the fields. That's what you did. And it taught me who not to be in life. And I like
Had
to think
one in
that since then
Gatesville.
I've held to that. Huh?
They had one in Gatesville.
Yes, they're all over. They're all over the country. I like to think nowadays
Gatesville
they're
was
better
where the boys,
than what they
boys
were in my day. But if any
Oh,
kid
they
ends
were
up
all over.
in that kind of situation, it's bad, and we have to do whatever we
You
can.
were in Louisiana.
I was in Monroe, Louisiana Training Institution for Boys. It was a work
dear
farm.
Lord.
It was a work farm. You know, it was
Yeah.
a place where the guards in the field, if you
Y'all
got in a
have
fight,
cotton?
if you got in a fight out there, it was just entertainment, buddy. You know, they're not going to stop anything. It's just like, oh, let's see who wins this shit. And it's
Yeah.
devastating. It can be. And it's taken a long time for our society to fix things like that.
It's like a rooster fight, and the guards are watching it.
Indeed.
The worst.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It is, yeah.
I understand.
But again, your person. I also learned that I was sentenced to 6 months. I'm the one that turned it into longer. You know, I tried to escape. I got off the property. I was gone for 4 hours. Anyway, John Diddybag came in with
Cool.
20. Yeah, I got stories out the wazoo about shit. John Diddybag came in with $20 and said, "Heard about what the drummer named his twin daughters? And a 1 and a 2. Oh, John, come on, man. And a 1 and a 2. Thank you, John Diddybag. Glad to see you there, brother. Indeed, thank you. And Anthony Lester came back with another $20 donation and said, as a primitive Baptist, let me say these bastards are wrong. Amen. I hate to go on, and thank you, Anthony, for that.
All right.
I hate to
John?
talk religion. I
Yeah.
am not. I don't try to hide the fact that I am an atheist. It's not that I haven't tried, and I have, but I look at religion as, please do what your religion says, because if you did that, then we have no problem. That I think most major religions teach kindness of their heart, to take care of the poor, the indigent, to lift people
Right.
up. I think all religions do that, but not all preachers do that, because that's not where the money is, baby. The money is in hate. The money is in riling people's passions. And it's sad that they can't raise their passions for the homeless. You know, my wife and
Peace and
Tyler
love,
were in there
folks.
looking at these tiny houses and how they're not now being able to produce them at a much lower cost, and how much it would cost to start city by city taking property or acquiring property and putting tiny homes on it and start doing something about homelessness. We could do a whole lot of that with the money we spend on one fucking tank or one new ship that we have plenty of. There's things that we could do in this country to make life better for the society, because we're putting ourselves, you know, like I said earlier, the median cost of a car is $47,000. Median cost of a house, are you shitting me, up in the hundreds of thousands? You want to know why the homeless population is getting? Because people can't afford that shit. When you outprice the market, unless you're working on Wall Street or got a damn good job up there in the middle class and above, and I mean up there, then you're having to fight for this shit every day. You're not looking at a new car. Are you shitting me? And if it is, it ain't $47,000. You know, median payment for a car, $700. Look at the monthly average income, anywhere from $15,000 to $2,000. And then we don't pay, or people struggle with the pay they get, and look at the economy they have to live in. You know, poor, hungry, and needing a job. It's the way to keep the middle class working. But the strain is there.
We have jobs right here ready to go for America. Let's do the green thing. Save the planet.
Yes.
Build the power plants.
Let's build the tiny homes. Let's house the homeless, and let's feed the hungry. Those are the things that religion teaches us to do anyway. It would be following right with the good book, man. But instead, we're making more swords
AR-15s.
instead of plowshares. And yes, and the gun companies are just having a heyday. They're making money hands over fists because people are scared. When you're scared, everybody buys a gun. So now we admit we have a gun problem, but the answer is go buy more guns, because people have more guns, and it's a self-perpetuating machine that keeps feeding this. We could do things. We could do a gun buyback in this country. Are you shitting me? There's no law against it. It's not against the Second Amendment. You just put it out there. We're buying guns back. We're going to give you a good price for that gun. Bring it up here and put it in this bin. We're going to give you cash. It would get a lot of guns off the street. Would it get all of them? No. But it might get a few that are going to save some lives. You know? We built the culture of guns in this country. Like the poem that we wrote. England is the Big Ben. France is the Eiffel Tower. America's a gun. It's what we've made it to be. And we just have to, we can't give up on this shit. We got to keep working, and that's our job. And that's why we do this shit every day, because the job isn't done. And it's a continuous process all through our history. It's how we got here now. But we can't backslide now and slide into the sewer again. Shit. I'm not wanting to do that, and I don't know anybody else that does. Just Coggins. Hate thy neighbor. It's that new passage in the Bible. I haven't found it yet, but it must be in there, because it seems to be a thing.
How many jobs could be created if we actually built green energy systems?
The technology is there, brother. Oil and gas companies, hold on, buddy. Wait a minute. It's the American way. Drill a hole in the ground, dig it up, blow up a mountaintop. It's the American way. We'll produce our own energy. We don't need no stinking wind.
Pollute the waterway.
Yeah, it's greed, baby. It's greed. Talk to Robin Kincaid about mountaintop removal out there in West Virginia. She'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Not a healthy thing to do. You want to talk about oil and gas down here in Texas? You go look up how much water, a precious commodity nowadays, how much water it takes to frack one well. And you're talking about it off of millions and millions and millions of gallons of water. Millions and millions of gallons of water per well, per fracking. And And it just, it's ridiculous. We're killing our own planet. We're killing our own society. If we're not going to destroy the earth, we'll just give a gun to everybody and let everybody shoot each other. The fewer people there are, the more gas we'll have for everybody else, and the fewer people we'll have to pay, and the rich people will make even more money. It's such
How
a
much
vicious.
food could that water produce corn or soybeans and not being fracked?
When are we going to have enough sense to start pumping water out east? We pump oil and gas all over this country. Pipelines like you wouldn't fucking believe. Water is what they need out west right now. Water.
But we can't
Not
move
oil.
water.
Water. And it's just what we cherish, what we prioritize in this freaking society. Oh Lord, y'all are being so kind tonight. I am so thankful for tonight because we've been down on donations for a long time, and y'all have made up for it tonight, and I want to so thank you for that. John Diddybag came in with another $10 and said, buy a parrot. Teach the parrot to say, help, I've been turned into a parrot. I have one out there. That's not what he yells. He yells, do you want a margarita? But he's yelling it like at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting there having my coffee. You want a margarita? No, I'm trying to have my coffee. Want a margarita? I love my bird, but man, he can get loud sometimes. Wouldn't have it any other way. Mage Prime's STEM Realm came in with another $2 donation and said religion is about 1% generalization, wealth, not souls. It is, baby. It's even right there. You got to pay them tithes, baby. Really? Let's just donate it to the homeless guy down on the street. He looked like he needed. No, Jesus needs it. Give it to him. I don't know, baby. Do the best you can every day. My kids know me, and it is one of those things they've learned their whole life riding in Dad's car. If I've got a few bucks in my pocket and the guy at the sign there with the cardboard on the corner, you bet your ass I'm going to give it to him. Is he going to go buy a beer? I don't know. It's not about what he needs. It's about what I needed in my heart. I got a couple bucks. I'm not the wealthiest guy in the world, but hell, you're on the street with a cardboard sign. Have a few bucks, buddy.
Yep.
It's all we can do if we can.
Have a beer on me.
Have a beer on me. Life is sucking. I'm sleeping in the bed tonight. Evidently, you're not. So, and of course, there may be people out there taking advantage of it. But again, it touches my heart. I'm hoping it touches his heart. But I know it's touching mine. So, anyway, Maria Betancourt came in with $5 and said the country is divided by racism, fascism, fuels racism. The GOP turns fascist. Seems to be a theme there somewhere, Maria. I'm telling you, that's what I see, baby. And that's what we all have to remember. When fascism comes to America, it will be wrapped in the flag carrying the Bible. Isn't that the old saying? We all heard that saying. Everybody's heard that saying. And here it is. Here it is. Waving the patriotic flag, singing God Bless America, holding the Bible, and toting a gun in the other hand. How much more American can you
Turns out
get?
that when fascism comes to America, we're actually watching it.
We're watching it today, baby.
We're watching
And
it now.
we are the
We
front
have
line
front
against
row
it.
seats.
And Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong and secret squirrels, came in with a $20 donation and said, Happy Father's Day, John, and all you Blue Dot dads. Love you all. Indeed. I hope every one of our Blue Dot family members, fathers, had a great day today. Enjoyed your day as best you can. And thank you for being the father that you are. Your kids appreciate it. And believe me, society thanks you on a grand scheme when you choose to be a father. And that goes to a lot of stepdads, a lot of men that step up in a child's life when they need it. I've had friends like that when I was young, and it was the only thing that gave me hope, is when I saw an adult do something that was right in front of those that made fun of him for it. I've seen that, and it shaped my life. And
I was a single parent, okay? And guys who step on be stepdads even have my respect, And I was a single dad.
And that's what hurts
Yeah,
when people like Herschel Walker, who has stood on the stage and talked about the importance of fathership and the leadership in a child's life, and then have to wait to find out he's got 3 kids he's hiding.
Kids
3
he
or
never
4.
saw.
I don't know. They keep going up all the time. Can't keep track of how many kids that guy's got now. Anyway, John Diddy Bag came back with another $10 donation. Yo, thank you so much. It said, Gandhi, when asked about Christianity, I like your Christ, but your Christians, not so much. Yeah, it's the ideas there. It's in my book, the story of Jesus and the whole thing is a wonderful story that has a lot of lessons to help, but it is perverted by those who seek to destroy.
Profit from it?
Yes, to profit from it, to feather their own nest, to line their own pockets. It's not about their God, it's about their pockets. So those are the ones I really hate.
Same.
If your
It's
preacher's
about our
living in a mansion,
democracy,
he's
too.
not really following the Bible. You know, he's not helping the bound and poor trodden. He's making himself a mansion or seeing how many airplanes he can accumulate or some shit. It's disgusting, and we've seen it too much. And those are the ones that really pervert religion. They just sell it as a commodity because there's a market for it, baby. What one of us doesn't want that possibility of redemption for your sins? Show one amongst us that has not sinned. Baby, I can't raise my hand.
I've sinned.
I have sinned and come short of the
But
glory of God.
I
Are you
don't
shitting
really
me?
require
How
all
many
that
times
much
in my life?
redemption either.
It's what you do with that. You know, they say, well, you have to seek redemption. No, you just have to turn your life around. If there's a God up there, he's going to see that. Oh, look at there. Bob down there used to be a big jackass, but you know, I've been noticing he's been helping homeless people here and helping to feed the poor. Seems like he's turned his life around. Maybe we'll give him a shot up here.
Quit fucking up and help folks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's easy to do. So, yeah, if you're living in a big old mansion and you call yourself a preacher,
that's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
I don't think so. And
Quit
let me
fucking
see.
up and help some
And
folks.
Diana Mallory bequeathed
You're
the gone
okay.
came back with another $10 and said any man can be a father. It takes a real man to be a dad. And I think that sums it up, because you don't have to be a biological father to make a difference in a child's life. And the same thing goes for motherhood, except they got a little harder line here. You know, it's like, hey, no doubt here. You know, it's that whole thing. You might not know who your daddy is, but you damn sure know who your mama is. And mothers are so crucial to our society.
That way.
It's best when there's a team working at it, but when it's only one, it makes it more difficult for that one. So why would we want a society that makes life even harder on those families? So yeah, kudos to all of them who have stepped up over our lives to help
And
us.
the system is not set up
Yeah.
for single dads.
No, it's not. No, and it's not set up for single moms either.
It's
Really,
not set up for single dads.
it's,
Single moms
It's easier to get
get
help.
a little
It's a little easier to get help if you're a
easier
single mom and
pathway.
seeking help. But yeah, if you're a single dad, yeah, it's harder.
Single dads like, why the hell don't you go to work?
Yeah, get a job, buddy.
It's like,
Yeah.
I am at work.
Yeah, that's how come I need help, because my kid's over there. But as long as we keep working towards the society that we know we need, it's a generational thing. I've said it for a long time. I'm not going to see the end of it.
Sure.
You're not going to see the end of it. None of us are going to see the utopia that we want to see. We're barely going to see a dent in it. But if we don't keep hammering away and making those dents over the years, over the centuries, then nothing changes. It's every strike of the hammer that makes a difference, not just one, not the final blow. It's every hit with that hammer that shapes the world that we live in. So, coming from a guy that likes to beat on hot iron with a hammer and an anvil, I'm just using my metaphor. You shape it. You make it what you want it to be. So we need to do that. I want to thank... Mage Prime STEM came in with another $2 and said, 3 biggest scams are religion, insurance, and the GOP. I couldn't agree more with you.
I love that one.
Yeah, really.
That's
I'm
a
glad
good
you
one.
threw the insurance in there just to boot. I'm telling you. And which is a big argument why I use nowadays. Well, you should have gun insurance. Hey, you got car insurance, home insurance, hell, you got life insurance, every kind of insurance in the world. Insurance companies would love to sell you gun insurance. Look at the gun owners out there. It's a market that is untapped, baby. I'm thinking they should do that. Look at the insurance companies. They all ought to get together and say, here's a money well here. We could just pull money out of just hand over fist. Everybody's got a gun. If everybody's required to have insurance, we could make even more money. Go for it, baby. Go for it. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Because I would.
I'm a gun owner and have no problem with paying a little bit for having this weapon. Because, I have a car that I have to drive. It's meant for driving. I have a weapon which is meant to put a hole through something. So, should I pay insurance for it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's I wish we lived in a world. I really do, because, and I've mentioned before, I am a gun owner. I prefer to have a gun because I have had to put down animals in my life. That nobody wants to do that shit.
No.
But if you're watching something suffer, that's on you, and that's what you have to do, and you can't wait the time, and
it's a heartbreak.
Yeah, it is. So. And the fact that, yes, we don't live in a perfect world, so you do have to have home protection nowadays because we live in a sick fucking world. But there's a difference between the weapon I own and the weapon that so many want. And it's not the caliber of the gun. I have many calibers. I don't have an AR-15. I don't have a desire to have one. I don't have a desire to own a weapon that is used for one specific purpose. People. Many people. As many as you can get, as fast as you get, that's what it was designed to do. It's a weapon of war, and we left that shit. I left my war long before. I don't want to be in another one. I don't want to be in a society that requires us all to walk around with a gun.
No.
It's no longer a society. It's just, hope you live today, Bob. See you tonight, maybe. We don't want to live like that. Anyway, it's about that time we wrap up. I want to go out there and catch a little bit of the Juneteenth celebration that's on TV. I really want to enjoy some of the entertainment there tonight, and I know I've already missed some good stuff. So I'm going to go and enjoy that with the family and try to relax the rest of the evening. I want to thank everybody who is involved and comes and takes their time to come visit and be involved in this. It shows an interest in making this society better. And
John, happy Father's Day to you and all the dads out there and
Indeed.
the fathers and everyone.
Thank you. And Linda and John.
Greetings from the hill country.
Indeed. Linda and John, thank you very much for coming in. We appreciate it tremendously. Come back.
Hey,
Come
John,
back.
Doc's living in a very red area like you.
What's that, John? Ah.
This is Keith, Minnesota.
Oh, Keith. Like I don't know where you live.
The last 15 minutes or so of your rant of how we need to come together was so spot on.
Thank you.
And that is one of the reasons that I have joined this family.
Buddy,
And
I'm trying to do the best I can, and
I
it pains
appreciate
me that I can't,
I appreciate you.
that we have internal problems. That really pains me more than anything else. I could deal with my neighbors. It's trying to make sure that everybody in this family knows that we're here for one reason, and we're all marching in the same direction. We all want the same things. And we have to get there as a group. We need to hold each other's hands and encourage each other. We really do. It's a tough fight out here, and so yeah, it's better when we walk together. And a bunch of other mushy shit I could get into, but I'm not going to. Anyway, John, Linda, thank you very much. Keith, brother, I love you with all my heart. Take care of yourself up there. Oorah, Semper Fi. And all that.
Hey, love you all, and John, just take it easy because we need you and we want you to rest.
We're going to be here, baby. We ain't going nowhere. And Jorge Tire Biter, what can I say, up there on the famous Tire Biter Ranch, 5 miles outside of town at the end of the dirt road, brother. I hope you're doing well. Keep your voice active, brother. Where'd you go, Jorge? Jorge, you're muted.
Yeah, where is he?
He's out there. He probably had to go chase a cat or something. Anyway, he knows I love him, and we appreciate him being here. And for everybody in our Blue Dot family, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here, being a part of this, and thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Boy, howdy shit. I need a big Post-it right in front of right up there by that bright light where I can't see I hate this. This is the part of this whole shit. There's a camera right there. I'm pointing at it. I can't see that camera because around that camera is a ring of lights Travis got that puts the right lighting on me, I guess, or whatever. But I'm looking into an empty void, and I don't like it. It's like weird. And anyway, I can see that camera over there, but I can't see this one. Anyway, damn, lost my train of thought. Well, whatever I was saying, thank you to everybody on Patreon, those that support this show. Without your donations, I'm not sure I could. It pays it pays the bills, baby, and we appreciate that so much. And we're seeking to expand it all the time. So, yes, your donations mean everything in the world, keeping this thing afloat, and we appreciate it tremendously. Outside of that, baby, I want everybody to try to have the best week we can. Stay tuned. Get the peanuts and popcorn ready. Tuesday night, we're going to look at how Donnie tried to get all the states involved.
Yeah.
So the entertainment never stops. But while we're doing all this, always remember, baby, and I try to remind everybody, try to make life better for yourself and for somebody else. Put a smile on your face if you can tomorrow. Put a smile on somebody else's face. It'll make your day go better. It's the best thing we can do each day is to try to make a little smile on somebody else's life. If we could all do that.
Makes your heart better.
It makes your heart better. It makes you feel better. It makes you a better person to lighten the load for somebody else because you don't know what load they're carrying. And again, I want to thank every Blue Dot family member for being here and being supportive. Huh?
This is why we listen to you, because you have
I wouldn't listen to me. What does that guy know?
Together, and we are.
See, that's what makes this thing right.
Together.
Keith, is because I really don't know anything that y'all don't know. I'm not doing anything any different than any one of y'all could do. And I'm no different than any one of you. I'm thankful for every person that joins this family and participates in this, but it's a we thing, brother. If it wasn't for y'all, I'd still be sitting here doing it, but nobody listens, so who would know? If a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, it's that kind of thing. So I'm very thankful that y'all are here to hear me, and please try to just, do what my kids said. Try to live your life that it teaches somebody else something just by watching you do what you're doing. Just always try to do the right thing.
We appreciate it.
I love y'all. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
You take it easy.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back here Tuesday night for another Blue Dot family meeting. It'll be after the big show, so there'll be plenty to talk about. So please come in here and join us, and we'll see you all later. Take care now.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night.